Morning, guys. Sorry, yesterday I was meant to do the market review. Got a little tired, so I just said, you know what? Let me go bed, and then I'll just do it tomorrow morning. So, yesterday wasn't the best of days, if I'm gonna be completely honest. So, if someone didn't take a trade yesterday, like I totally understand. It wasn't the best of days. So, even if I check, okay, so let's just go on the 1 hour right now. So right now, obviously, it's 3 o'clock. So that's my, trading time. I mean, it doesn't show it there, but it's actually 3 o'clock. And it is clear to say that we're still bullish based on the 1 hour, because obviously we had the zone, we had the pullback tapped into something, and obviously the SMA is telling me that price is currently bullish. So if I go to my 5 minute, on my 5 minute, you could say price is bearish because we're below the SMAs, but you could also say that potentially price is also consolidating. So this one completely depends up to you. But overall, I would say right now looks like potentially price is or could be bearish. So if we just look at some of our most recent zones just to see what went on. So we had a low, we took out the high, then we came back, we had a liquidity sweep, we took out the high again, and then we came back, we took out the high again, and then what happened? We took out this high again, and then now it looks like we have taken out the lows. So already you can tell that price was also delivering bullish order flow as we kept on making higher highs and higher lows. On some occasions, we swept our protected low, taking out some people's stops. However, we ended up pushing higher. So now it looks like potentially price has potentially flipped bearish. Now I could potentially proceed to start looking for shorts potentially. And even here, you technically have a trade, but then it really depends on if you're able to spot that. So obviously, if I just go back, so look, we had obviously this market structure break, and within this market structure break, I mean, you could always narrow it down, but there is SBS depending on how you do it, as this could be your 1, 2, 3 price swept, 4, and now you're looking for something that's gonna help you take it higher. So obviously I'm on the 5 minute chart. If I go to a 1 minute, let me just remove this for a hot second. Okay, so on the 1 minute, we was making lower lows, and we took out this high here. So now potentially all I have to do is just wait, and obviously price doesn't come back. But can you see how we flipped from being bearish to bullish based off the SMAs? So if you know how to trade this, there are ways that you can get in, but that'll be for another video. Um, so yeah, obviously we've now taken out this high. We've now taken out this high, and if we just let price play out, we come back, we tap into the zone, and then look, you see that liquidity grab. You see how that grab was enough fuel to move the markets higher. Um, so if someone did want to take a trade within here, I wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily blame them. You know, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily blame them. But if you just let price play out, go back to 3 o'clock. Okay, so cool. So let me just go back to 3. Okay, so someone did say in the Discord that there was no trades today, and it really depends on the time frame that you used. So I mean, you do have this wick fractal. For those who don't know what wick fractal is, it's just an area of supply and demand. There's a hidden supply and demand area, and within this, you could almost say that. I mean, again, this is very subjective. Someone might have SBS as this being the 1, that's being the 2, this being the 3. Look, price swept, and look, and that's potentially your trade. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's your trade that takes you higher. Other people might have it like this, where this is, where is it? This is 1. Oops. Where this is 1, this is also your 2, and also your 3. Let price swept, so that's your 4, and if we let price play out, and then that's your 5. That helps you take the trade back higher, you know. But this is me going on the 15-minute time frame. If I go to the 5, I mean, I could use that as well. So this is also valid there. So 1, 2, 3. This is nicer. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, you had your 4, and then 5, which was the reverse. So that helped you push higher. Only thing that would probably stop me from taking this trade is the SMA at the time, because as you can see for yourself, we was below it. So if anything, I would want to take a trade once we come above it, potentially retest it, and then I might take the trade higher. So technically, I can now use this area here, and if I just let price play out, see what, and look, we just completely rip it, you know. So today wasn't a day where, like, again, if you took a trade and it lost, like, and you followed your rules, you know, be happy, because today, again, I mean, yesterday was just not a great day to trade. Candles were moving weird, price was moving weird, and there are going to be more days like this. So you have to understand that you see your setup, you trade a setup. If you don't see your setup, you don't trade a setup. It is as simple as that. This is how you're going to protect your capital. This is how you're going to stay in the game for the long run. You know, remember, you can't rush greatness. You can't rush the process. It's process over profits, you know. And yesterday was one of them days where it's a process. You have to understand that you're not always gonna see your setup every day, you know. And a day like today, you know, it shows who's disciplined and who's not, you know. But that's it for me today. There wasn't much that was going on, and that's it. So yeah, there was only that one trade, and I wouldn't even classify it as a really good trade. Again, it's because we have NFP on Friday, which is today. So markets move a little bit weird, a little bit off normally the day before, and then obviously on Friday, depending on what's been said, we either have very strong news that, you know, makes a wreckage. But yeah, guys, that's it from me today. Honestly, remember, guys, victory belongs to the most tenacious, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Peace.